Alright, so yeah, let's just put the title screen up there. So, as you can see, we're playing Brutal Doom 64. I know this isn't really an original thing to do, but one person wanted it, and so they're gonna get it, I guess. So let's just go ahead and get into it. What I've played so far isn't too hard, but I have played the original Doom 64, and I know it gets pretty hard later on, so I'm just gonna put it on medium here to bring it on. I really like the title map, but not the title map, the intro map, because it's just pretty cool. It's like how, I don't know. It's fun for one. It's like the most actiony part of Brutal Doom 64 you'll probably get into, because there's like a bunch of guys with you. I mean, there's definitely going to be like more enemies and stronger enemies, of course. But like, you know, it feels like taking a beachhead type thing, where there's, you know, you gotta fight against a stronghold of guys, but at least you have backup. You know, like Normandy or something. And then you've got the planes, like, carpet bombing it. It's pretty cool. And then a cyber demon right there to act like those three guys can do anything. And you got a bunch of actually strong monsters, like, you know, providing, like, fire. And so you sort of sneak in. You don't just slaughter everything and come in. I so we're done with that. Now, the rest of the game will not have nearly as good a soundtrack. I mean, I get it. It's supposed to be what Doom 3 was. Well, I mean, Doom 3, this is what Doom 3 was supposed to be, is what everybody loves saying. But, oh, I thought I remembered some, no, that's later. Because oh, there it is. Alright, I was about to say, I remember there being two guys there. But because it's a lot more, well, even one of the difficulties was survival horror. It was supposed to, you know, make Doom scary again. Or scary in the first place. I'm not sure if people even considered back then if Doom was scary or not. Because, I mean, sure, it had, like, horror themes and stuff. But, like, I don't know. Yeah, it was just like more fun than anything. And I'm playing with the 1B update, as in like version B of version 1. And that it didn't make it drastic or anything, but the chainsaw takes ammo. It's also a lot stronger. And it does that now. But I usually just breeze through this with Berserk, but I'm gonna participate a bit and shoot him with some shotguns and stuff. Also to show you a bit of what Sergeant Mark has done with it. And all the weapons keep the same skins. And basically keep their values too. Like, you know. Not much is. It isn't supposed to be what Brutal Doom was. It's supposed to be Brutal Doom 60. Well, I mean, it is Brutal Doom 64. It's supposed to be Doom 64 with just a few tweaks. Brutal Doom was more of a. It was supposed to be game changing because it's not like Doom was inaccessible or like obscure. Everybody knew Doom, and a lot of people liked Doom. And so what he did was make a gameplay mod for it. He didn't attempt to just add tweaks to it, because that's been done before. And so he made a regular old gameplay mod. And so it changed a lot of things about Doom. But this, yeah, his idea was more to bring Doom 64 to a lot more people. Because, I mean, there was Doom 64 EX, of course, which did a very good job. But, I mean, still not as many people played that. Oh yeah, I didn't hit the switch yet. Alright. Just take care of these pinkies real quick. I sort of share a concern with one of the commenters on the trailer, I guess. The update video for Brutal Doom 64, the first one, 1B, the one I'm using, is that the chainsaw, instead of like, it feels like, oh, ripping them, blah, blah, it's a lot more, it feels like you're popping them, like they're balloons, because they just pop up in the air, actually. Like, that's what a rocket should do. And I don't think the rocket launcher even does that very well, from what I've used of it, but I haven't used that much of it. I haven't gotten too far in this, because I knew an update was going to come out soon. And I thought he was going to add the tactical class, which is, since people basically want more of the same, more brutal Doom in Doom 64, I guess. Funny thing is, you can actually play any gameplay mod with both the maps and the mod itself. Like, you can play with, you know, Brutal Doom 64 pinkies and Zombie Man and all that in like Doom E1M1, and you can play these maps in like, I don't know, Russian Overkill. Boy, that was a quick first map. I missed a few secrets, so I'm gonna go back and grab those real quick. Got that. I got that one. Which ones did I miss? Remember, I got this one, yeah. I missed this one up here, I remember that. Where was I? I can't remember. Something about, you know, this. To branch off of that a bit, Doom 64 EX was, like I said earlier, very good, but it deserves more than that. It already did what Brutal Doom 64 set out to do. It really brought the game to a lot more people. And showed them that it existed, I guess. And I still missed some secrets, but I didn't feel like taking forever to backtrack. I'm sure you guys wouldn't appreciate that much. Appreciate it that much, of course. Grammar Nazi. Alright. So, Doom 64 EX. A very good port to the PC. It added what it needed. Things like mouse look and, you know, basically just, there we go. Basically just, it'd be like playing, although like a mod of Doom 64 on like GZ Doom. That's basically what it was. I don't know why they didn't just do that. I don't remember who made Doom 64 EX, but I don't know why they didn't just make it a mod for GZ Doom. Instead they had to like complicate things with their own engine. I don't know. I didn't make it. I guess they're allowed to do things like that. I always think there's imps in there. I'm not gonna use the Berserk, because like I said, I usually just, because the first few levels are just filled with, you know, imps and zombie guys and demons, like biting demons. And so I just wanted to use a bit more gunplay. I didn't mean to go back here. So Doom 64. Doom 64 EX. Did its job well. It was fun, and I mean, it deserved even more recognition than it got, and it got a decent amount of recognition. But the only people that would find Doom 64 EX were probably people that already knew about Doom 64. Because there wasn't a very, like, it wasn't in the news or anything. It wasn't on Doom World, which I'm surprised about. Another thing I'm surprised about is that Doom World didn't do anything before Halloween. I feel like there was a big missed opportunity there. They might have, and I just might have like missed it for like, and it was only up for a little while. But I'm pretty sure I checked Doom World Halloween day and night, and I don't think there was anything on there. You mean it's Doom? It's whatever. That's beside the point. I was talking about how Doom World didn't. I think they did actually. I think Doom World did do a bit on. How many are there? 3? Jeez. I mean, 2 would have been understandable, but 3 is a bit overkill. Anyways, so. Oof. I mean, I know I'm using the light amplification goggles, but yeah, even still, look at how that's a bit too bright. It really is. Oh yeah, I forgot about this secret. So people, most people that knew about that ended up knowing about Doom 64 EX were probably just people that that knew about Doom 64 in the first place. So when Sergeant Mark IV did this mod, a lot of people that played Brutal Doom and enjoyed it got exposed to Doom 64. And so now they picked it up, and now Doom 64 is getting a lot more recognition as a game, not only a game, but a good game. And one that really tried to bring Doom back to its horror roots, which, I mean, I feel like the only, like, you can do that, but I really, oh man, crushers. But I feel like you need to keep in the Doom music. I get it messed with the ambience and, you know, whatever, but it just, I don't like the I expect it to be a bit more Doom-like. And it plays like Doom, but it doesn't feel quite like Doom. Because it's all dark. It feels like I'm playing Quake more than Doom. Don't get me wrong, Quake was great. It just, and it was actually pretty similar to Doom. Ah, red door. I forgot. Is that? Oh, it's right here. It activates the terraformer. And so I love Quake. I really do. And I thought about doing a series on Quake. Now we gotta wait a while. I'll just let the camera linger on the terraform while I'm talking. But so, like, yeah. Right, Quake. So, I like Quake, and I was going to do a series on some of the expansion pack, mod, whatever things for the original Quake. But I felt like that was done enough. I mean, I'm sure this and Quake 2 have as well. But, what is that? Oh. Yeah, I don't know if that was in the original, but it is in here. Yeah, that's a glitch. If anybody didn't see that right there. Yeah. I guess he forgot to put a texture there. This is what that probably is. And so, yeah, I think I'm just about finished talking about Doom 64. Some people have the complaints with this that, well, really the only complaints people have are really rooted in Doom 64 itself, and not in, you know, Sergeant Mark's way of bringing it. One thing that people don't like about what Sergeant Mark did add, or didn't, well, what he did add was the Revenant. a lot of people say like his sprites are bad and he sort of looks out of place compared to everything else, and basically just the Revenant is bad in a lot of different ways. And I mean, I loved Blood, which is where the sprite is from. It's Tukernbog, or however you say it. You know, a lot of harsh consonants next to each other. I'm not gonna bother. Man, that's a lot of rockets. But so yeah, I like Blood, and so for me, I'm I'm really just able to like block out anything that's actually bad with the Revenant with just nostalgia for Blood. That's a bad thing. I understand that, but I'm led to believe that he is going to work on it. Oh, I'm looped back. Right, the yellow door at the beginning. Alright. Is this the right way? I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, here we go. Alright, we should be coming up at the exit. This should be... Yeah, this is it right here. Alright. Yeah, that's right, there's nothing much in here. I feel like there's a secret, though. Because I don't know why you would have this whole room when the exit's right there, but... Alright, there we go. So, that was Brutal Doom 64. I hope you enjoyed it. And, I'll see you in the next episode.